Well, hello. I did not mean to be here first, but hello, welcome in. Sorry if you hear more microphone noises than usual because I had to take my microphone off of the mount, and it's I'm like setting it on my table, but like I'm setting it on this thing. And it's going like face up in here, so that I can talk to you guys. But right now it's just in my hand, holding it like a real podcaster, you know, just talking into the microphone. So hopefully today the audio isn't terrible. I know it was not that good the last time we did a craft stream. But Sun, yes! Let's sing you happy birthday. Hold on, let me just raise this table just a touch. There we go. Okay. Just the tiniest bit. All right, happy birthday to Sun. Can everybody please in chat wish Sun a happy birthday? While I try to figure this out. All right. it's not exact, but can everybody in chat please wish Sun a happy birthday? Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sun. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, Sun. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot the confetti doesn't work on this model. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I forgot. I'm not using my regular VTuber model. But hopefully you had a good birthday. I know I saw cake. I also saw some chocolate today from you, Sun. I hope you are living it large. Hope you're spending your birthday exactly the way you want to. Thank you for spending a part of it yesterday on stream with us on the finale of the game that you redeemed, right? And also today, to do a comfy, cozy crafting stream. As the sun, you may be my chief rival in celestial objects visible from Earth, but I still hope you have a happy birthday. Oh, Eclipse, that's very sweet of you. I had steak too, but I may have made it too blue. Feeling a bit weird. Dude, blue steak is the best. Like, I see your steak and sometimes I'm like, is it too raw? Is it too raw? Is it me? Uh-oh, my stream deck isn't working. What's happening? Hold on. Let me log in. Is my stream deck just not working right now? It was being weird earlier too. I don't think it's working. Never mind, it's working. The button worked. All right, you guys, we are crafting today. I want to show you guys the progress. So let me put my microphone down here. It might sound a little bit strange as I nestle you into the foam. If it's too soft, let me know, but I think it should be better. But I did finish a few things. Okay, let me show you. Let me grab it from the thing and I'll show you. So we have the inside. I did the inside layers, all of them. So this is the inside. It's kind of wrinkly. Nothing I can do now to fix it, but whatever. No one's gonna see the inside. I mean, no one really is gonna see the inside. Okay, so there's this inside. This is the right side. It'll wrap around my body like this. I don't know if you guys like this. And then this is the other side to it. It'll wrap around my body like this. And this is the back. And then we have the outer layer. I did finish one side, and you can see it's neatly ironed and pressed, so you can see the very sharp seams here, nice and you know, tidy and smart. So this is one side. This is meant to go over the lining like this. So, you know, there'll be a lot of layers, but it's meant to provide structure, so I do think that it'll be okay. So it's just like this. And then we'll sew it together. And that's one side. And then the other side, I am still sewing. So I'm hand sewing the seams. I don't know if you can see, but these tiny stitches that I've done, they're by hand. Because this outer layer is like so slippery, you know, like anytime I try to line it up, I just bit the bullet and said, you know what, I'm just going to hand sew it. So today we have this line to sew, all of this line, all of this line. If we finish, well, I do have to stop at 9, but if we finish, then I think we can iron this side and then start putting the front and the backs together, and that'll be real exciting. So hopefully, cross your fingers, we can maybe get to some of it today. But I've done a lot, you know, we've got a lot done. Oh yeah, and then this thing. This is the thing that I made last week to test out the method of sandwiching all the layers together. This is not done yet. This is done. This is done. This is the thing that I made. The neck corset. I'm a little bit upset at this bubbling down here. It's not 100% smooth, but put the eyelets in. So I just need a ribbon to tie this together. But yeah, we finished. We as in, you know, the royal we. But yeah, I finished this. It does fit me. It is just, it's just so close to my neck, you know? Like, I don't know, like, if I can get used to wearing it. But it is kind of cool. Like my friend said, it's a very like cunty look. You just need a ribbon? I suppose I can come up with a zinger or two? No, a ribbon, like a hair tie ribbon, bow tie ribbon. But yeah, so this definitely worked. So I think it will work for whatever I want to do with this. So let's start. Oh crap, hold on, sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry, I just threw it over my craft cart and then it almost fell behind the craft cart. Okay. Today's setup is a little bit better too. I can see chat a lot better. I turned the monitor. I was like, oh, I can actually just swing the monitor around. Perfect. And obviously the microphone setup is a little bit better. You guys can hear me hopefully more clearly today. How's the audio sounding? Is it good? Is it still, does it sound strange? Let me know. But I am folding up the cuffs here so that we can really get into it here. Visible wrist, I can see your safe hand. Great, sounds good, perfect, okay. I will be listening to video game music, so hopefully I don't get DMCA'd. And I guess if I do, it's fine. You know, if I happen to get DMCA'd, perhaps we'll be okay. I'm just gonna bring it up just a touch more so that I can listen to some calm music while also sewing. I'm gonna put this around my neck. I also got these so that I can cut things very quickly. So that's real nice. Cool. What did you guys think of Earthbound? I know, wait. Okay, so obviously Sun has played it, which is why Sun requested Earthbound. Eclipsed, have you played Earthbound, or did you just watch a lot of streamers who have played Earthbound? We're like double threading it here, by the way, you guys. Because I am hand sewing this, but I want it to be extra secure, so double thread. Played it, I see. Who else has played it? Have you played Earthbound Duo? Is this the right? No, that's not the right one. Is this the right one? Yes, this is the right thread. Alright, sorry. I just need to pull the thread so it's not in the way of my sewing. A long time ago, it was a fever dream. I was so scared yesterday. The boss, one boss monster, Gigas, was so scary. And like, I in fact did not have nightmares, but it honestly, like, sorry for the loud noise. It honestly is, I feel like, definitely nightmare inducing. You know what I mean? Got me wanting to play Mother 3. I did, check with Chrono because he said he had a family plan and he added me. He added my Japanese account. So I do think we will be able to play, Mother 3 if someone redeems it. Gigas was freaky as hell on the CRT TVs, especially the sound coming from the not so good speakers. Oh man. You know, I didn't even think about that because probably the colors blended a lot more together, right? And like, it probably looked less like pixely and more like smooth and probably more like a face than it did. I mean, it definitely looked like a face yesterday. But probably on CRT, it probably looked even more so like a face. It's so scary. But, the moles were pretty good. That was a pretty good section. What would I say was my favorite part of Earthbound? I didn't make it out to be a face until years later. Really? I feel like it is such a natural human inclination. Maybe as I got older I realized this, but it is such a natural human inclination to want to find faces in everything. You know, that's why you have like Jesus on toast and like cheese and stuff, you know? I thought at first it was a demon upside down. You know, not a bad guess for a child. So let me explain what I'm doing. I am backstitching. I have the seam line drawn here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's in pencil. And then on the other side, there's also the seam line drawn. So what I'm doing is I'm poking the seam line from one side and I am double checking that the needle is also hitting the seam line for the other piece on the back. If it isn't, then I repoke it. But yeah, I just want to make sure so that the two pieces are exactly seam to seam. That's why I'm doing it with hand sewing, because again, this fabric is so slippery. If I were just to pin it and sew it with a machine, I feel like it would be pretty inaccurate. So that's what we gotta do. We'll trim this because it's a little bit in the way. Pareidolia or whatever. Gigas reminds me of the poster for the film of Pink Floyd, The Wall. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah, I like before stream was rushing to eat some dinner. I just had some rice with some flank steak that I cooked up last week. just as like, you know, throw it in the microwave, have a quick meal before stream, because I really wanted to work on my corset, because my friend, literally every week, my friend Miku, who I play D&D with Ever and Ash, was like, hey Alexa, how many more days until July 4th, which is when Anime Expo is? And she goes, 90 days. So 90 days as of last Friday. So the clock is ticking. I really, really, you know, need to not spend so much time, because there's like 6 more things I need to make. Maybe 5, because I finished the neck corset. So this will be number 2. So after this would be 5 more. Because Ever was like, she counted. She was like, you want to make 7 things before AX? And I was like, I guess. So let's see. Let's take some stock here. I want to make the corset. I want to make the blouse, the skirt, the petticoat. That's only like 4. What else did I want to make? Oh, the under things. So blouse, corset, skirt, petticoat, my under things. I guess she was counting the underwear as top and bottom, and then the neck corset. So that would make 7. That makes sense. I mean, when I list it out, it doesn't sound too bad. Maybe it's just me. You're making underwear too? It's like, what is it called? They're like Edwardian undergarments. They're called, combinations is what they're called. I just finished my microwave pot pie. Oh my god, Ever made pot pie over the weekend, and she offered for me to take some home. I need to see if that offer still stands so I can pick it up on my way home tomorrow. I have Costco underwear isn't enough. Oh my god, no, it's so cute. Plus, if I'm wearing a corset and all the other stuff, I don't want to like the modern undergarments don't work really well underneath like a corset or like a stake situation. So I definitely want to wear the period undergarments for a period piece, you know? That's what I mean by like history bounding. Like, I like it way too much and it's so impractical, but like it feels so rewarding to be able to wear something that was, you know, wholly made by myself. It makes me really proud. Period undergarments, like those really absorbent things? No, period, like time period. Wonder how long it'll take to make. Period. I don't know. Don't you guys use that word period like time period? Am I wrong? Also, I gave Yam my old PlayStation 4 because I got a hand-me-down PlayStation 4 Pro from Ash. And she booted it up and she's like, hey girl, what do you want me to do with this profile that you're logged in under? And also, I have your Nier Automata game. And I was like, oops, I forgot to I forgot to boot that up and make sure that, you know, it was clean. But luckily, Yam was very nice about it. Yam Albert! It's true, Yam Albert. She's so sweet. I just enjoy being obtuse. I see. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of hand sewing. Typically, I wouldn't do this much hand sewing. I'm looping this right now because it's too short. So this thread is too short. I need to switch to new thread. But because this is like my first corset, I really want to like do it right and make sure I don't cut any corners with crafting this so that next time I make it, I know where I can cut corners, you know? Okay. I need to not put that there. Maybe I'll put this here so I can stab it in. Also, did I show you guys last time? I have a pill bottle full of like safety pins and sewing pins that have just broken or have been bent over the years. And I forgot what it was, but if I recall, there is a Japanese day like for tailors, and they take these needles and sharp objects to the temple, and they stick these into blocks of tofu as like a way to thank this, like as a way to thank this thing for helping you perform work over the years, right? And so I was like, one day, if I ever go to Japan during that time period, I'm gonna take this pill bottle with me. I'm gonna stick all my needles into a block of tofu, because isn't that so nice? Hello, Sentient McLaren, welcome in. Because isn't that nice to have your final resting place after all the years of work that you've done? Pinning things together, being a sharp object. After all those years, your final resting place is the softest block of, you know, like silken tofu, where you can be laid to rest. Those pills are crazy. What are they supposed to treat? My addiction to sewing is what that is. Okay, I just need to get more thread. So let me get this thread going. How are you? Welcome in. How did you find us? You look like a new name. Did you find us from a previous raid, or perhaps from the makers and crafting category? 5 milligrams of needle. Okay. The other thing that I'm doing, whichever had in her sewing box and she doesn't use, is this. This is to wax thread. And I found that it's so helpful because this doesn't make it more smooth. It coats the thread in like this waxy coating. And so what you do is you just run the thread through this. And basically it helps the thread grip onto the fabric a little bit more. And it also, because it makes the thread slightly thicker, the thread doesn't tangle as much, which is so nice. Hello, Ever! You were in my recommended, thought the aesthetic was cute and clicked. Aw, welcome in. We're just doing some corset sewing. Oh my god, girl, hold on. I have to update you. Look at my progress. Let me wax this first. Let me put this in and then let me update you. Can you bring back a polyfill? Yeah, let me pack it. Actually, I need to go do a half day in the office tomorrow. Do you have pot pie for me? Can I stop by? I'll drop off the polyfill and pick up some pot pie. But yes, thank you. Okay, so I finished the inside, the lining layer. This is the lining layer. For one. This is the other half of the lining layer. Kind of wrinkly, but honestly no one's gonna see it, so it's fine. And this is one side of the outer layer. I don't know if you can see, but I ironed it. It's nice and smooth, and like, you know, I tried to make it as clean as possible while ironing it, so exciting. The only annoying thing is, because of how slippery this fabric is, I have basically resigned myself to backstitching these panels by hand for the outer layer. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoy it here. We're pretty comfy. It's pretty cozy most of the time. The jacket looks so pretty. I know. It's so pretty. I love it so much. I'm really happy. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, I don't know if you guys can see, but I have the blue as well. And I think I'm gonna turn some of this into the bias tape. So we'll have blue bias tape for the edges and for the boning. And I think it'll be real cute. So hopefully that turns out well. Can I have some pot pie? Come to SoCal and I'll bake one for you. Ever said it turned out so good, you guys. I'm very excited. But what do you need the polyfill for? What are you working on? Also, you said you played Earthbound, right? What did you think of the final boss of Earthbound? How did you like it? As a child, were you scarred forever? Or was it okay for you? Also, I feel like because we named the characters, I was saying this yesterday, but I feel like because we named the characters, I had so much more of like an attachment to them. I don't know, it just made me feel closer to the storyline than if we were to like leave the characters their default names. And then it was also cute how they tied in, it was cute how they tied in your own player name into the story. I can feel like as a kid, I definitely can see how like a game calling out to you, breaking the fourth wall like that is like, would be impactful. Except Baby, whom you felt no attachment to. I mean, Baby was Baby, you know? He was very strong. And also, we get him last, which is, you know, I didn't get as much of an attachment to him because I feel like we got him so late in the game. Should I level Black Mage or Red Mage next? Red Mage, because it's easy. Black Mage, even with the changes, I feel like Black Mage would be difficult / scary to mess up in front of a large group of people. I'm also the same way, Duo, where I hate queuing with random people, so to the best of my ability, I will try not to queue with randos. But, you know, roulettes and stuff. Some streamers have hacks where the characters are them and their friends and the dialogue is edited to them. Oh, that's so cute. Is this streamers who like play Earthbound often, or like do they have like community members who get the game ready for them? Because I know Czar got some Jump King maps ready for us with like community members in them, and I thought that was pretty cute. But I can't imagine having like a whole game customized to you and like your friends. The 99 trial showed how horrible I am. I'm sure you're fine, Duo. I forgot which one that one was. Was that the brother? No, I'm just recalling some that the community edited the sprites to the streamers. Oh, that's so sweet. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing it. I don't know what to expect from Ghost Trick, which is coming up in a couple days. Hold on. Yeah, I think this will be fine. I just need to double check what music is playing so that I don't get, you know, completely DMCA'd. Because if it's anything Kingdom Hearts, I think I need to pause for like a second to just set the music again, because Kingdom Hearts will banish me to the Shadow Realm. It was the brother. It took like 3 wipes for me to figure it out. Let me tell you, Duo, I still don't know. I hate that mechanic so much. That mechanic is my mind jack. So me in our static group, we call it a mind jack because I think when we were raiding together with Ever, back when it was just donuts, Ever could not figure out the mind jack mechanic, or like she couldn't wrap her head around it to find the safe spot, or like turn her face to the safe spot. So every time we got to that part of the mechanic, she would die. And so now, anytime we have a difficult time understanding a mechanic or figuring it out, that's our, you know, that's our individual mind jack. So I completely understand the whole thing with the different platforms and the safe spots. I hate trying to figure that out. Ghosts give me legit heebie-jeebies, but I think I'll handle this one. Oh yeah, I don't know how many ghosts there are in Ghost Trick. I assume there's going to be several because of the name of the game. What else is on our redeem list? I forgot. I know we have Coffee Talk, which I'm excited about because I've heard it's like a really good like dialogue game. So we might have some fun there. Mindjack in Savage was rough. Yeah, it was when we were raiding Savage. Was that Halicarnarsis? Was that the first time that Mindjack was introduced as a mechanic? I think it was Halicarnarsis. Topic of ghosts in general gets to me. I'll live though. Lose some sleep, but live. Oh, son, I'm sorry. Is there a reason? Have you had bad experiences in the past with like supernatural? I know some people, you know, hate it because they've had bad experiences, or you know, they just don't like the concept of it. Personally, you know, if ghosts exist, I'm not saying they don't come at me, okay? But if ghosts exist, I don't think there would be a reason for them to mess around with my life, and I'm not gonna mess around with them, you know. I respect their space. Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Is it Ephris? Welcome in, raiders. Hello. My name is Princess. I'm a variety VTuber here on Twitch. Hello. Thank you for... Oh my gosh, you were also crafting? What were you doing? Today, I am hand sewing some corset panels together. I do have one whole one completed, so you guys can see. This is one side of the corset. This is the top. This is one side of the corset, and now we're sewing together the other side. So, crocheting some headbands. Cute. The fabric is cute. I know. I love it so much. It is though, like, it frays so much. I don't know if you can see, but like it's fraying like crazy. So, I mean, as much as possible, I'm trying not to like touch the edges, but like obviously with hand sewing, that's just impossible. So we're just gonna try to get this together and bound up ASAP. But what kind of headbands were you crocheting? Were you guys doing like, there's these really cute sprout crochet projects that I really wanted to do. My friend Howells has done like the sprout, like they're little leaves, and they're like, you can use them for your headphones. Ow! Sorry, moving my finger around. You can use them for your headphones, where you like put it around your headphones, or I know they've also used it for like cable management and like tying it around some cables. It looks so cute. I hallucinated a ghost for most of life, but that's no longer a problem. I'm glad that you no longer hallucinate ghosts. I'm sorry that we are going to play Ghost Trick, which might have ghosts in them. Apologies. But yeah, what kind of headbands were you crocheting? Are you also a VTuber, or are you just like a maker slash crafter?
Like the one Grandma used to make, but
it's not scary. I mean, I don't know that. Maybe it's scary. I do know that there is a dog in there. But, you know. You are the ghost? I'm the ghost? Okay. I guess that's fine then. Also, I don't know if you guys can see, but like I have this like thimble, this leather thimble on my finger. I've gone through so many of these things now. Where's the other one? But like I was today or yesterday, I was kind of sewing and I was like, I need to make a new one. Cause the one I had was like on its last legs. Oh, here it is.
Shut up.
You can see like where, I don't know if you can tell, there is a spot on the leather thimble that is slightly darker from all of my like finger oils of like touching it. I think this one is my second one and this is my third. I had to make something real fast. I see the battle scars. Yeah. And like true princess fashion, when I was considering buying a thimble, I was like, should I just buy one or, you know, what? And I looked it up, and buying a thimble that was, you know, shaped the way that I wanted over my finger would have been like $10. And I think I looked on Etsy, and offcuts of leather for £1 were like $20. So like double, right? But it was like £1 of leather. This was back in like pandemic days, like 2020, 2021. And so instead of buying the one thimble that I needed, I bought a whole thing of leather scraps. Guys, I still have so many leather scraps. I can show you guys it. After I finish this row, let me go find it. Because, I mean, truly, right? That's me. I'm like, why pay for one thing when I could have so much more by buying the raw materials? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming through with the raid. And, oh, sorry. Did you tell me how to say your name? Was it Ephris, Ephris, Aphris? I'm also a VTuber. I know you VTuber. I know you through Atra. Oh, okay. That's why your name sounded familiar. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. If you need to raid and run, please don't hesitate to do so. We are going to be hanging out here. We just started. Ephris. Okay. Or just Effie. Got it. Okay. I will call you Effie because I think that's very cute. But I hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community and bringing everyone over. Really appreciate it. In just a second, I can show you guys the leather scraps. But I have so much leather, and like, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, what can I do? What can I do with all these scraps? Because like, if I only use this for thimbles for the rest of my life, I have enough to like pass down to my, not grandchildren, because I'm not gonna have children, but my like, I don't know, nieces and nephews and their children, my nibblings. What would you call your brothers or sisters' children? Right? Because a niece and nephew, that's easy. But what about if they have children? What do you call those kids? Children! One of my best friends goes by Effie, so you must be great. But you're not my real dad. I'm gonna run and lurk now. Have a good lurk. Thank you so much for coming in. And guys, raiders, if you came in with Effie and you also need to take a break, please feel free. We will be here. We will be crafting. The vibes here are going to be comfy, cozy, and hopefully you can see another completed corset side before today is over. Grandniece, grandnephew. I see. All right, would it be great? Because you'd be their great aunt or great uncle. I see. Okay. I see. Okay, so not great grandmother, great grandfather, great grand. Would it be like great? You don't have the grand aunt? is just like great aunt. Let me knot this so that this will be ready. No, I want to be great. I want to be a great grand. Anyways, I don't plan on having children. It's so funny. My sister was like, when she had called me about asking about, like, you know, getting, having children with her and her girlfriend, she was like, yeah, like, I've been waiting for you and Broska to, like, you know, get married and start having kids, because I want to be an aunt. And I'm like, girl, that ain't happening, because I'm never gonna have a kid. And my sister goes, fine, I gotta do everything myself. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys the leather that I have.
You dumbass!
Okay, here is the pouch, the shipping envelope, which I will be very careful not to show you guys. I mean, it's my old address, but it does have my real name on it, so. But are you guys ready? Instead of spending $10 on one single thimble, right, that I would have to rebuy again, I was like, I'm just gonna spend $20 instead and literally get all of this leather. It's just, can you, like, do you see, like, I've made a huge mistake. You can not even see that, but you can see I've made a huge mistake here. I don't know in what universe can I use all of this up. So yeah, that's is this the leather that I used for the other one, for this one? Maybe. Look at the difference between the like fresh one and like the used up thimble. Real name reveal. There's some interesting ones. Like this one is pretty interesting. I don't know what I would ever use it for, but I like these plain pieces the most because that's what I would get the most use out of. But yeah, so who needs to, you know, spend $10 on one single thimble when I can double that and get so much for the rest of my life, legitimately. Look at all these interesting. I'm just gonna neatly put them back together so that I can put it back in the envelope.
I don't think anyone has ever accused me of
If times get rough, you can always eat them? I mean, you're not wrong, and I don't like that. But also, let's hope that times don't get so rough that I have to resort to eating leather scraps from my crafting from my crafting section of my house. Tannin is bitter. You can boil them. You can boil leather. Okay. All right, let's go back to the next section. Okay, so the next section, oh, I can pull the thread for this now, I think.
What's wrong?
Wrong one. This is the thread.
I mean, you defeated the Shadow Lord and everything, but you don't look happy.
I don't.
And then from the outside, I feel like my back stitches are pretty neat because from this side, the seam is pretty strong. Like, there's nothing that makes it look like, you know, shoddy handwork. So, I mean, that's what I'm most worried about is the hand stitching looks terrible, but it doesn't, right? So I guess I don't have to worry too much about that. But I do want to start prepping this bit. And I'm just snipping these threads so that I can pull them off, so I can focus on the pencil line instead of the thread line, because the thread line was just to keep the two pieces together. I still have to pin. I see. Here's the thing. I don't know why I was so conscientious about basting, because I still have to pin, and I'm hand sewing. And I guess I finished basting, and then I decided I wanted to, you know, sew it. So basting it didn't really matter in the end. I just wasted time basting.
This cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
But yeah. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I've been legitimately like I've been applying to jobs ever since my company was like, yeah, 4 days back in the office, and then they aren't giving me, you know, special consideration because I have Hermes 2 weeks out of the month. But applying to jobs is so soul-sucking. Like, a lot of it is, I feel like no one's really hiring at the moment, which makes me sad. But then there's also, like, there's so many, most applications that I've gone through is just like, upload your resume and apply here, you know, which is great, awesome. I love the low effort. But today I came across companies that were like, write us a cover letter of why you want to work here, and I'm like, ugh. To like do this whole song and dance, so annoying. Hate it. Okay, very carefully line this up. Oh yeah, and then I have to send my friend some progress pictures of what I'm making, because I promised them that I would update as I go. Also, that reminds me, I probably need to, when I was making or tracing the panels onto the pink fabric, I used like I did use like a, what is it, water soluble pen, which means when I dip it in water it should disappear. But today I was kind of like wetting the lines and they disappeared, but they're, some of them are back on the other piece that I have like over there. So I have to double check why some of the lines aren't erasing, which would be slightly concerning because that is the outside. The pink side is the outside. She was wetting. Yeah, I was wetting the corset panels so that it could get rid of the water-soluble pen marks. I already know the next time I do this, kind of the steps that I would skip, or like that I would prepare ahead of time, you know? I already have an idea of that. If I ever do remake this or make another corset, maybe if I find a corset in a different shape that I like, I'll attempt it. If only I would be such a proud dad. Sorry, duo. Gotta wait for your kids to grow big and strong for their weddings, because your girl, you know, I don't think she's gonna get married. Who would ever marry me? I'm sure someone out there, but you know, I think it's more like, do I have time? Because I barely have time in my daily life now. And I feel like I'm only gonna get busier the older I get. Are you going off some vision you have in your mind, or do you have this all drawn out? Oh no, I have like a vague idea of like what I want this to look like and how I want to put this together, because there's a lot there's so many videos on YouTube of how to put a corset together. I'm working off my very vague knowledge of how people have put together corsets in the videos and like how I want the boning channels to look. But as far as like testing it, I haven't really tested anything. So I will be sure to do everything on like test panels before I commit to like a whole thing, but I'm not 100% sure that everything I do is gonna turn out right, because I'm doing everything on the real piece now, you know, like I'm not stopping anymore to do tests of the eyelets. I'm not stopping to test the bonings. Like, it's just, I'm gonna sew it, I'm gonna put it together, and we're just gonna see how we do it from there. I'm just winging it, honestly. Winging it with some background knowledge. Shut the fuck up with that talk! What? Because I don't have time. I don't think anyone would want to marry someone who doesn't want to, like, dedicate their time and energy to, like, their craft. I feel like most of the time my personality is very much like dog, you know, like I love meeting new people, I love hanging out with new people. But there are other times where I also feel like, hold on. This is the part I hate the most about hand sewing, is I have to deal with this. If it's too annoying, we'll just cut it, but I can try to untangle it. That would be best. What was I saying? I feel like most of the time I'm very much like dog. I'm very excited about meeting new people and hanging out with people, and I feel like I love going to see people, right? But at the same time, when it comes to love and relationships, I'm very much in my personal life like, I want to do this thing, and if you don't want to do it, that's okay, right? And I would love to spend time with a partner, but to me, spending time with a partner is secondary to my hobbies and secondary to my interests. And I don't think that's fair to anyone that likes me in a romantic way. You know, like, I want to be able to spend time, with, sorry, I need to focus. But it's really nice because Mr. Blueberry, he loves spending time with me even when I am distracted and doing my sewing stuff on the side. So, I mean, I guess that has been going well. And I also love spending time with him when he's doing his own thing. I got it. Okay, perfect. And, you know, I've, you know, been spending time with him when he's doing his own thing, and it's quite nice. But there have been times where I feel like I'm neglecting him because I'm working on stuff that I want to, and I feel very guilty about it. You know, it's a very strange feeling, which is why, you know, when I initially, you know, was like, no, I hate love, like, you know, I don't have time for relationships. I think this is the main reason why, is like, I want to do my own thing. And when I'm done with my thing, I want to be able to, you know, like, go to whoever and, like, talk to them and love on them, and then after that I go back to doing my own thing. But I don't think that's very fair, right? Like, I feel like being in a relationship means just not just putting your partner to the side when you want to. That's how I've been feeling for the most part these days. Yeah, and like, I feel very don't know what the right word is. Not quite unworthy, but I feel like loving me is like a waste of time. Because I don't know, like I don't feel like, one, I don't feel very special, right? I feel like there are plenty of other women out there who will give you what you want, what you need. I'm very much like someone who craves a lot of attention and wants that attention, but like very much on my own terms, which is very selfish. To be honest, it's very selfish. I don't know. I don't think that's very fair. Are you sure you're not a cat? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a dog when it comes to meeting people and hanging out with people, but when it comes to relationships, I'm very much like a cat, I feel like. Don't buy into cookie cutter ideas of how relationships are supposed to work. It's hard because we're, you know, modeled these ideas of what a successful relationship looks like and what a relationship is supposed to feel like in media. I do feel like a lot of young people nowadays are very much sold on an idea of love that's not real, you know. A lot of time, and like I feel like friendships too. I've heard that like so many young people nowadays, like Gen Zers, is that the right is that the right age group, just don't have friends. And I'm like, I mean, I think from what I've seen, right, it's very much like people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna protect my peace, and if this person isn't going to, you know, contribute to that, then they don't, you know, I don't want to be their friend. Like, that's how it seems on social media. But and then you take that and you magnify that with the lens of a romantic relationship. I can see why so many people have just said, you know what, don't want to date. I don't want to deal with that. But I don't know, I just, for me specifically, maybe I just don't think that I don't know. I feel that when it comes to the affection portion, especially as a guy, I'm always scared that I'll escalate things or become too clingy too quickly. Oh my god, I'm like fucking like clinger level 1000. I feel like if someone were to ever find out like exactly how clingy I am, like they'd run away. And for most of my life, I've always been told like, oh, you have to be a cool girl, you know, like you have to be easygoing and you have to be okay with, you know, your partner going out to do things or, you know, just like space apart, which is fine. I get that. But also like, Blueberry Man, cover your ears. I don't know if Mr. Blueberry is here. He might be. He might not be. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I could check, but that's fine. It's true. I'm Gen Z and I don't have really close friends IRL. My good friends are all online. I think, yeah, it's like a sense of community. I think that Gen Zers have lost, but also like the fact that I think the messaging nowadays is like you need to surround yourself with people who will protect your peace, which makes sense. But I think in a way too, it's really handicapping people because at the very first sign of conflict, they're running away instead of talking to their friends to solve their problems. Friendships are cool, maybe even especially online, because you can juggle multiple conversations or stop conversations. Yeah. I will say though that like online friendships, although very easy to make friends online and very convenient, someone can cut you out of their life very quickly, very easily, without like, and you'll never be able to hear back from them, right? Like, because you only knew them on this online format, and like, unless you know their address or something, which is like, why would you tell someone online your address? You have no way of following up with them if something ever happened, you know? Sometimes I see friendship discourse posts though, and I'm like, well, maybe spending my day alone actually isn't that bad after all. Yeah, I mean, people can be really shitty. But when, I don't know, sometimes it's worth it, you know? When you find people who understand you, who really, really get you, and who will be there for you through thick and thin, having the tough conversations and, you know, really talking it out and understanding why you were hurt or why they were hurt, and like getting through that together, just one, strengthens your friendship, and two, really shows that like you care about the other person enough to put aside your ego for however long to have that conversation in the first place, you know? You tell people your address to be pen pals, obviously. I mean, yes, being pen pals is cool and all, but how many online friends are you pen pals with that you like trust enough to have your address, you know? Sometimes I'm the one cutting them out, like when I never asked to have them keep sending me messages about their fetish, or when it turns out they're really, really into being a trad wife. I don't get like the trad wife movement nowadays. It's like, why would you want to go back to a time where women had no agency, had no control over finances? Like, sure, I guess the concept and the idea of not going to work and only having to take care of the home while your husband is out, you know, like earning the majority of the household income, like, it sounds nice, but at the end of the day, I feel like you also have to be like, most men who want trad wives want children, right? And childcare is something that like never ends, and you're not just working around the house the hours that your husband is out. You're also working when he's home, because you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're taking care of kids, and that's your life. And I feel like that's so exhausting. It also doesn't help, I'm beyond fearful of making anyone upset or such, even if that duration is minimal. I totally feel you, Dio. I totally get that. Ash, hello, welcome in. We're talking about relationships and love and friendships, and somehow got onto the topic of trad wives because of Eclipsed. My friendship track record is pretty bad. Not sure if it's a Gen Z thing or just me specifically, but most of my friendships expire around 3 years. I think 3 years is a pretty good run. But is it because of a fight that you guys had that you can no longer be friends? Like, what's the deal with the 3 years? Is it like a 3 years and over time you guys kind of just drift apart? Because if it's that, I think you can just message them out of the blue and be like, hey, I kind of missed you, and I, you know, remember we used to talk a lot, and I was just wondering how you've been. It's a great way to start a conversation again with someone. Or like send them a meme that you think they'd enjoy and just be like, hey, I wonder how you've been. You know, just miss you a lot. Look, it's Ash! Agreed, trad wife is just Christo-fascist propaganda that erases how much work women have to do in the home and minimizes women's suffering in the past. Yeah. I definitely think that, like, women's labor, feminine labor, is something that's taken for granted and often looked down upon just because it's something that a woman does, you know? When all of these things in reality have so much value to them, and like if you paid someone else to do it, they would be earning so much money, you know? But when you have like your wife or, you know, your mother doing it, like for some reason it's not worth that value. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Oh my god, like this one time I think I saw some subreddit. Oh, it was like, am I the asshole? Where this woman was like, am I the asshole because I told my husband that we can't ask my mom to watch the children anymore. And it was this mother of, I think, 2 kids, mother of 2, who, like, both her and her husband work in like a very high paying, you know, super stressful job, like Silicon Valley. And initially her mother, so his mother-in-law, right, was watching the children, and she was like a part-time nurse. So I think they had worked out an agreement where they were paying her like $2,000 a month to watch the children while they were at work. And over time, I think the husband just kind of got upset that he had to pay his mother-in-law to watch his children. And so he told his wife, was like, no, like, let's stop doing this. We're just going to enroll our children in childcare, blah, blah. And so obviously she had to have the very difficult conversation with her mother that they didn't want her watching the kids anymore. So she went to go back into the workforce. She got another job as a nurse, right? Again, and part-time nurse or something. And she's getting paid like $4,000 or whatever per month. And then I guess like he didn't realize, because his wife had brought it up to him and was like, I don't think you realize how much my mother is doing for us. And she showed him the math, right? But they had this, you know, it went on for a couple months, and finally, like, I guess it cost so much because they were constantly late to pick up their children from daycare. And of course, because it's a daycare, it's a business, if you're late to picking up your children, you get charged a late fee. So it's like, I don't know, like 30 kids, or $30 per kid, and they have 2 kids. So it was like $60 every time they had to like miss the pickup date, which they miss quite frequently. And so finally, I guess he like was like, okay, like, can we ask your mother to come back and watch the kids? And she was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, if you want her to come back, you're gonna have to pay her, basically match her salary with her current employer. We are asking her to leave her actual job, right? Like, and this already happened once, and you like told her no, like you told her you didn't want her to watch the kids anymore. So you're gonna have to make it worth it for her to come back and watch our kids. And like, he got all pissy about it. It would be very cruel to redeem no glasses, princess, right? Hi, John, welcome in. Yes, it would be very cruel to redeem no glasses. I'm just bad at keeping friends, says Duo. I think after 3 years, people realize they don't actually like me that much. What the heck, Floppy? I think you're so sweet. I don't know. Come back after 3, well, how long has it been? A year? Come back after 2 years and tell me if that isn't the case. For me, after 2 years, I feel like I don't belong in a community, but my friendships can go on much longer. I do think that over time, a community does change, depending on the streamer, depending on the fandom, right? Nothing stays the same forever, but hopefully you are able to, you know, find your own niche in that. Fear, it always comes from, hold on. I'm missing some context, maybe from Eclipsed. I didn't want to specifically use the word Christo-fascist, but now that Jeannie's out of the battle, yep, that was a big part of it. Always comes back to Christianity in the West, though. Trad wives also aren't even historically accurate, because one, the 1950s household is a myth and not real. Two, the 1950s were actually a massive regression compared to history. Yes, historically women have had few rights, but even in medieval Europe, women could work. Going back before that, women would be in control of finances. Even earlier cultures had women in control of the land. So TLDR, trad wives are based on no historical precedence. It's true. I agree. 100%. Clip it and ship it. Can't really knock trad lifestyle too much. One of my partners is a trad wife. I mean, if it works for you, right? But like, I love hearing Princess going on a 6-minute monologue that I totally forgot about what subject started it. Oh, I also forgot. Oh, women's labor being undervalued. Women's labor being undervalued. My trad partner gets whatever she wants. Hopefully, she also gets her own 401k that you contribute to because she doesn't work, I assume. I'm not going to police anyone for their lifestyle, but I do think calling it trad is problematic since it's not traditional to any point in human history. But I am not going to hate on people using it for themselves. We love the Puppy Kingdom. Grass is green, lots of bones. I love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. You guys bring so much like perspective to the community, and I love just yapping to you because I feel like, you know, there are so many people in here who have so many different life experiences, and in my daily life, I don't tell you guys, my coworkers are so fucking boring. Like, all they talk about all the time is sports ball, sports ball, sports ball, and I'm like, I fucking hate sports. And like, they don't like video games, and I feel like all they do is watch Netflix with their partner at home and then go to bed, and they're such workaholics, and I'm like, God, that could not be further away from me, you know. So I like that, you know, we come from all different backgrounds and we're able to connect and have this space, this community that we can communicate very openly, you know. I don't know how else to describe it. Homemaker wife? I think homemaker wife is a good title as well. Homemaker. Trade wives! That's the term I'd use. No, she has no 401k, but she has RRSP. We max out her contribution every year. What's an RRSP? Is it similar to like a 401k? But that's good. As long as she's like, as long as you're setting her up for, you know, her retirement as well, then everything's peachy keen. Did you ever get home? Long story, I ended up getting roped into house sitting for my parents. Wait, what happened? Did I miss? Are you out right now, Ash? Are you not at home? Did I miss a message? My other partner and I work full-time. Well, I'm happy that you're able to have a situation that works for your family. Remember, I'm an accountant and software tester. The fact I have any semblance of any personality is a modern miracle. Dude, accountants are so boring. But you're like one of the more interesting accountants I've met, Fuzz. RRSP is a pension plan. Got it, got it. I love my morning team coworkers, but God, they are not good listeners. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure, certainly, that my coworkers probably have vibrant lives outside of their work because, you know, there's no way that I can know them from just hanging out with them for like 8 hours a day. But I don't know, man. I'll be real with you. None of them know what Final Fantasy is. They don't know, like, aside from some of their partners playing like Call of Duty and stuff. They don't know anything about video games, and I'm like, God, get me out of here. My other partner is in wealth management. I don't even manage my own money. Oh God, that's the dream. I just want to give someone my money and be like, okay, here, can you just help it grow, like, just by itself? Like, just, I don't want to think about it. Like, just do it. Some of my classmates are pretty annoying, so I'm like, man, working a job with them would suck. Luckily, you do have time to find a job that you enjoy working, but I don't know. I used to think that, you know, I wanted to have a fulfilling career, but I think as I've gotten older, my priorities really have shifted. I want to be able to put in my hours at work and, you know, of course, do my best at work. But then at the end of the day, I want to be able to turn my brain off and do my hobbies that I find enjoyable. You know? We have a very Japanese partnership. All my money I make goes to them and they manage it for me. That sounds amazing. Just give me my own play money at the end of the day, you know? My coworkers are hit or miss most of the time, but one thing I've learned is that sports people are no different than us gamers when it comes to emotional control. Do they cry? Or do you mean emotional control in that they get very angry? Maybe they're Clark Kenting in their work life. I actually traded in my quarter life crisis car today because my homemaker partner got her license. Oh, good for you! I hope that she enjoys driving. Driving for the first time after you get your license is such a rewarding feeling. I love Final Fantasy VII, Aerith #1. Aerith was so cute. I really want to play OG7 so I can understand like what the heck remake is all about and what people are saying like that's different. My mom has been fighting cancer and doing chemo since 2020. The last weekend, her doctor told her she has to go to a neurologist to see how she's doing. This was very last minute, so I'm not at their place. So now I'm at their place for a week. Gotcha. Okay, well, I hope your mom's doing okay, Ash. I'm sorry. I hope that... How many rounds of chemo does it usually take? I guess it really depends on... Oh. Don't pause my video, I'm watching. My play money is my credit card. It just magically gets paid every month. Magic. Hope it goes well. Bye Porsche. Hello hybrid SUV. Oh my god. Ever has a total mom car. She got it. I don't know, when did she get it? Maybe a year ago now? But I don't know what her considerations were when she got a car, but it definitely is a mom car and it fits so much in it. And it makes going on our like staycation trips so much better because we have space for fun things to put, and it's electric so we don't have to pay as much gas when we go on vacation. It's great. First, drive by yourself. First, hit and run. Ah, memories. I have never been in a hit and run, and I never plan to. The closest we'll ever have to Aerith FF7 IRL is K-pop Santa from Twice. I don't know what that means. Funny situation. My wealth manager partner once asked... Who's Princess Rosca? I said it's one of the 2D girls I worship. She stopped asking! That's actually so funny. I like that your partner is so supportive of your hobbies. Like, I'm sure your gacha addiction shows up on your monthly credit card statements. Okay, that's one more line. And we can get rid of this entire line now. I'm amused that Ever's car is apparently your car. No, it's not. I mean, we use it for vacation a lot because it's either that or it's Ash's Tesla, which, you know, we used to use that for like the longer trips where gas would be, you know, more of a factor and we didn't want to pay that much in gas. But now we use Ever's car for activities. Aerith X Tifa is my ship. People throw things at other people in the stands if they're there for the other team. I see. Which way? This way. They know I'm into VTubers. I see, I see. It's the 2D girls. I like pretty much all airships because I need more Aerith everything. I hear, well, I really did enjoy the Crisis Core story that I played with Miku when we were playing Crisis Core together. Aerith and Zack was very cute. Did not, oh my god, Aerith was so annoying in Remake though. She was so difficult to play because she's a mage and she's so weak, like health wise, but her attacks are so powerful. I had a hard time balancing, like playing her as a unit. Joking aside, we always discuss purchases over $500. That makes sense. When was the last time I bought something that was $500 or more? I mean airplane tickets when I went to Alaska, but I feel like that's not that much. Oh no, I mean, does that count? It was my crown. I have to pay $600 total for my crown. So I guess, but that's not like fun money. That's like, I need this for my health money. Thank you for the hydrate. What statement? It's always $0. Where's my mouse? Here it is. I wish all the best and of course have not been in any kind of hurry. She did 4 rounds of chemo, 7 rounds of targeted therapy, and then a hybrid of the two. It is working, but it's not working as well as it should, so they need to figure out why. Oh, I see. Sports people can get just as angry or aggressive, even flip out if a referee makes a call they don't agree with. I guess I'm not an angry gamer, so I don't really relate to people who get angry. It's now a bonus feature on other cars, not a Tesla. It's true. It's so true. We need more thread. Oh, I thought it was a literal crown that goes on your head. No, the dental crown that costs $600 because my teeth, apparently, you know. If it's one thing you don't skimp out on, it's dental care and, you know, stuff for your eyeballs. But everything else I will definitely skimp out on and cheap out on. But I will have these teeth for a very long time. So I was like, so when the dentist asked me, like, do you want all porcelain or are you okay with like porcelain covered, the metal covered in porcelain? I was like, you know what? Let's just do the all porcelain. Even though it's more expensive, 1, it looks more natural, 2, it probably lasts longer because it's 1 material, not 2, and it's my teeth, man. Once it's on, hopefully it's on for a very long time and I don't have to worry too much about it. I'm just waxing it right now. I was just telling my friend how part of why it took me 25 years to beat FF7 was because the beginning is such a slog that I've played through so many times. I just spent $7,000, but it was for work, so that probably doesn't count. $7,000 for work? Holy crap, Ash, what did you buy? I'm a tranquil gamer and a tranquil occasional sports watcher. Sports ball, let's go! I was just telling my friend how, read that. Sometimes I want to get into Remake Rebirth, but I know I'm not going to be able to sit through the non-Aerith parts of the game. Hands for free? Janitor Frankfurter, welcome in. We're sewing, my corset for Anime Expo right now. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the comfy vibes. We're just chilling. We're talking. This is free. I was paying for it. Don't be weird about it. Just skip the middleman and get Veneers Princess. You're 80. Oh my gosh. I know, right? My sister was telling me her girlfriend, like, I guess they just have bad genes or something, because her girlfriend has veneers and she's only like, I mean, I don't actually know how old my sister's girlfriend is, but she's quite young. And so I was like, oh, I don't even know what veneers are. BTW, Yoshimori here. I changed my name for a bit. Oh my gosh, Yoshi, hello. Why are you Janitor Frankfurter? That's such a random name to like change your name to. Agree, which is why it irks me that FF7 fanboys hate on 13, saying it's too linear and slow. 7 is even slower than 13. I'm lucky if I even see my bank account over 1,000. They're teeth that go on top of your current teeth. Oh, I see. That's what veneers are. Okay, I need to... We might get to... Oop, that's not what I needed to do. I need to trim the thread so I can pull it out. So that it can be nice and neat. This thread here. And on this side, this thread. And this thread. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. I said, can I be frank with y'all? And they said yes. These threads are holding out for a trim till the end of the night. I don't know. No, they're not allowed to. I need to trim them for my hand sewing, so. We just need to go up badly. They definitely do. I barely got a raise this year, and I guess my company is like, yeah, but we get bonuses at the end of the year, and I'm like, I feel like those are discretionary bonuses. I would rather just get paid, you know, like monthly, instead of you telling me I'll get like a discretionary bonus that can either be more or less than. It's usually just less than. You know, because they're always like, well, the business isn't doing well right now, and so, you know, we really gave you guys all that we could, and I'm like, fucking liars. Pieces of shit liars. God, I need a new job so bad. Definitely applying! It's beyond a struggle nowadays, be it necessities or luxuries. Yeah. I feel very blessed in that I do have the extra income to have hobbies like sewing, right? Where I can buy fabrics and I can afford notions and all of the other trims and, you know, things that come with sewing. I know that not everyone has the luxury. And I have the time, right? I think it's definitely like I have the free time that I can devote to my hobbies. Because I know some people are constantly working like 2 or 3 jobs. And I'm like, how how can you live? How is it that someone can be working 2 or 3 jobs and they can't even afford their groceries, while there are people out there like fucking Elon Musk that are like just honestly a waste of space? We need Princess to get hired by an agency. I would love to be hired by an agency. Hopefully an agency that doesn't take advantage of their talents. If you know any agencies hiring, Ash, I will apply. And I'm a hard worker. I feel like I'm very consistent. I will say, I don't think I'm very talented at anything. I'm not a good singer. I'm not a good dancer. I wouldn't be a very good idol. I'm very just mediocre at violin. So a lot of the times I'm very middle of the road, you know? But hold on. Oh, a Final Fantasy VII lo-fi mix. Sure, let's do that. You can be the Zatsudan streamer. My favorite video game song. Yeah, did you guys hear that little Sony jingle? Yeah, I don't think I'm very talented at anything, but you know what I am good at? I'm very good at being consistent. I'm very good at being on time, being consistent, following through. I am good with organization, and I'm good with time management. And I feel like as much as I want to be like a VTuber talent for an agency, if I were to actually work in an agency, I think I would be better at like being a manager than anything else. Which is sad because I really do want to be, I really want to work, you know, at an agency. But I think that is a very long shot to have someone like randomly find me who's like, you know, hiring VTubers for an agency, or like having my application be looked at, because my numbers aren't incredible for someone doing this for 3 years. You know, I'm very middle of the road. Currently forming an agency, actually. Oh, well, if you are open for applications, I will apply. But again, I never expect anything when I apply to these agencies, because I know there are so many more people who are like so talented at video editing or so interesting, you know, they have better numbers, and I'm like, I'm just here. Like, I'm here to collect my participation trophy because I am here consistently. I think that is important though, being able to show up consistently for a job. I think this shows my age. I feel like most VTubers that I find nowadays aren't super consistent. They'll like complain about things, and then you go to look them up and you look at their statistics and you look at them and they like stream once in 3 months, and I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, you don't even stream. Can you wrangle Gen Z VTubers into waking up and do their sponsorships? Maybe. It's either do it or we fire you. I mean, I'm not a very nice person at work. I'm very, like, no nonsense, I think. Like, at work, I'm not there to be friends with people. Like, I will be there to get everyone to a common goal, right? And for everyone to achieve what they need to. But if you this is not a daycare. If you need someone to cuddle you and hold your hand, like, you are not in the right, you are not, you know. Love no nonsense. Yeah, just do your job, you know. I don't know what else to tell you. Are these indie under 100 CCV? Yeah, under 100 CCV. And they complain about partner pushes, and they complain about viewership, and I look at it and I'm like, you are not even, like, what are you talking about? I've dabbled in video editing, and it's pretty difficult for me at a basic level. Mad respect to those who can. Yeah! And I'm like, that's why I'm like, there are so many people, when I see, like, they post up their applications to, like, V Shoujo and Nijisanji and Hololive, and I'm like, there's no way I can compete with people like this. Like, they're talented, they're good at video editing, they seem very interesting from what I can see of their social media profiles, and here I am, you know, like, playing Jump King. Sewing outfits, you know, like, it's not very interesting. I can yap your ear off though, but you know. My professor says 99% of life is just showing up. That's me. I feel like I'm 99% of the way there. I'm just missing that 1% to prove myself. Professor, did you ask that professor if 99% of your grade is also attendance? That would be the one. Do we have a Jump King sub 5-minute time? No, then get your ass back to work. It's due by 5. Come on. Nexile is expecting a speed run of their game when you do the sponsorship, okay? If you want to see the result of current VTubing mismanagement, look at V Shoujo Nova. Wait, what's going on? Duo dish on the T. I have been so disconnected from VTubing drama. The last big drama that I saw on my Twitter feed before I went dark, as in I had too many projects to work on, was the needy VT controversy with the like VTuber who's like also a rigger, and she bought an adoptable and resold it for higher because she added her rigging on top of it, but there was some complaints that she charged like way more as a base price than like what she paid for it. You could compete 100%. All you need is Jump King. That would be the dream. Just look at my Jump King prowess, you know? I feel so bad for those ladies. Under 100 CCV rolls eyes. I'm under 100 CCV. What are you talking about, Duo? I know attendance wasn't the majority of our grade, because if it was, I would have failed the class. My professor told me that to encourage me to make it to class. Oh, I see. But did you pass? Hopefully you passed. Aren't we all just missing that 1% though? It's true. You could compete 100%. All you need is Jump King. I'm part of another community that got partner within 8 months. She was super consistent, streams 5 days a week, no YouTube presence. Just very attentive to her community. And she's going to vet school. Yeah. See, I wish I had that much drive and passion. I think the main thing is I can definitely get people to stick around and like chat with them, you know? But I think the problem is like, how do I get people to click on my stream in the first place, you know? Like, we have good conversations here, right? I feel like we have very fruitful and interesting conversations, and we're sharing about, you know, our lives and the lessons in life that we learn sometimes. V Shoujo Nova girls currently have CCV of 200. Is that good or bad? Oh, this is the new, the Japanese V Shoujo girls. Wait, hold on. Pause. Do you mean V Shoujo, like, their new English VTubers, or is this their Japanese VTubers? Their Japanese VTubers forced to go to Twitch. They overestimated the V Shoujo effect. English fans are not going to watch Japanese-speaking only talent. That's true. I think V Shoujo is very much a Western facing company. But you don't complain? I definitely don't complain. I feel like there's no use in complaining about the CCV or the viewers, the number of viewers you have, or how active your chat is, because at the end of the day, even just having 6 people in your chat is enough to have you be in the top like 94% of Twitch. And to me, people in chat you guys are not numbers, right? Like, you guys are real people who are taking the time out of your day to like sit, watch me have a conversation. You guys are typing on your keyboard as we're having this conversation. And that's all very real to me. And I recognize that and I understand that. So I would never be like, only 6 people, you know? But I definitely do think there are people who feel very entitled to having a bigger audience, because for whatever reason they feel entitled. Like, they put in, I don't know, they put in the effort and they're like, I deserve to be rewarded for my efforts, I guess. Your crafting is worth 100 stars. The possibilities of custom outfits are endless for you. That's so sweet. Thank you, Dio. It is. It's why I love sewing. I can make any outfit I want to. Jump King is a me murdered. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Cliffs? I barely scraped by that semester. I was on academic probation pretty much for 3 years. Well, Floppy, I'm glad that you are working your way, hopefully, out of academic probation. One of the Nova girls, Hestia Happiness, speaks both English and Japanese fluently. But she has to speak Japanese only because she's part of VShojo JP. I feel like that's so reductive. Can't she do like some English streams? I thought you said it was an FF7 thing specifically. Most JP talent is YouTube only for that reason. Interesting. Oh no, it's getting tangled. Top 6%. Oh yeah. Yes, no, you're right. You're in the, yeah, top 6%. 94% better than streamers on Twitch. 94th percentile. From what I've seen with indie VTubers, 30 viewers with 1.9 followers is actually pretty decent. I know indies with 23,000 followers with under 25 viewers per live on average. Gotcha, I see. Yeah, so I feel like in the grand scheme of things, you know, like, people come and go, but it's the core community that makes up, like, you know, the people that come by often, and streamers know who those people are. I'm not complaining about where I am as a streamer. I do think that had I, you know, maybe had a little bit more passion and drive, I would maybe have more reach, but I'm very comfortable with the content that I do and the people that are in our community, and I love it here. So why would I want to pivot and do something different? Right? Like, I think, and even with more time, I'm just going to find more and more things that make my streams unique and my streams special to just what I can do and like my vision that I have for the world. Like, you know, what am I trying to say? The vision that I want to share with the world. I think it'll just take time, but we're getting there. We're all getting there. It also depends on your interest that can draw a bigger audience. Gacha streamers, for example, have a big boost because of gacha games are very community focused. I see. That makes sense. I don't know. Tangled. And now Henya is saying she's VShojo JP and always has been, which is kind of making her fans nervous. Uh-oh. What's going on with VShojo? I was going to say Jump King is a mid-game. Get out of here. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But also, how dare you insult Jump King? It's not me. I never come here. What are you talking about, Ash? You come here all the time, and I love it when you're here. Love it when you lurk. It's a bit like those images of people posting their low result on IQ tests, but proudly boasting that they're in the top 94%. I'm top 94%, you guys. Top 94. Those get me every time. I'm 6th percentile, you guys. Totally. I'm such a genius. 6 is such a high number. Or 6 is so close to 1, to number 1, right? Right? Especially if you pivot into something you're not passionate about. Your viewers can tell. Yeah, I think like that's the most important thing is even if I'm boohoo so sad about, you know, like maybe my progress as a streamer, I never want to do anything that would make it seem inauthentic. Because, well, first of all, I don't I don't want to do anything in my free time that I would absolutely hate. You know, I have so little free time as it is. I would want to be able to share my free time with you guys in a way that I am comfortable and, you know, in a way that is beneficial to my mental health. So pretending to like something just for the views is non-negotiable. Like, that is not something that will ever happen here. But I think that's also why, like, I've been doing more crafting streams, because I'm like, yeah, I want to craft. I don't have the time to craft unless I stream it. So that's why we're that's why we're streaming it now, you know? Like, I want to be able to spend time with you guys, but also to meet my deadlines. So that's, if you guys are wondering why we're sewing, that's why. User was murdered for this post. Yeah, how dare you, Eclipsed? How could you? How could you say that about my favorite game, Jump King? Jump is love, jump is life. Bishoujo has a brand, just doesn't have unity compared to Hollow. I think they maybe don't understand, like, what their audience is and where the market is. Because I think although they definitely did try to go in the JP direction, because they have Kason, right? And they also have Henya. Like, to do like a full JP branch, I don't think Japanese users really watch V-Shoujo. Aside from Kason, right? I don't think a lot of Japanese users watch V-Shoujo talents, so... My IQ is negative 178. I don't even know what my IQ is. It's probably like as close to average as possible, like 100. I was always 90th percentile for height until I was a high school senior. And then what was your percentile for height? Did you drop down? If you ever let the numbers game dictate what you're playing, is it really worth it? Kason? 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 I don't... Kason? Isn't that her name? Plus, this crafting stream just gives everyone a chance to unwind and relax. It's true. Everyone gets to chill. Kick your feet up. It's been a long day at work, and all we want to do now is rest, relax, do some crafting, and maybe see, you know, more of this corset come together. I personally think it's very cool to take literally like flat pieces of fabric and put them together to make a fully shaped garment, you know? And then at the end of it all, you look at it and you're like, wow, I made that. Jason is also a free spirit. She does what she wants. That's true. Very true. But yeah, like, I wouldn't be opposed to working for an agency. I think working for an agency that would actually pay, you know, a salary versus just like part-time work would give me more time in my day to focus maybe on my physical health, because I neglect that a lot. Like, I'll do my best because I walk Hermes and all this other stuff, but when it comes to physical health, that comes secondary to my hobbies like streaming and recording and stuff. I think I am 98th percentile for height since I'm 6 feet and a girl. I'm so jealous. I wish I was taller. Do you get a lot of men who are like super insecure about your height, Ash? You're Vietnamese, right? Wait, girl, aren't you part Viet? Like, I've never met a tall Viet girl. I want to meet you in person. Most of my Viet friends are like literally shorter than me. My family members too. The distribution of viewers is funny to me because there are plenty of people I see talk about being small streamers who are 99th percentile, but everyone's always comparing themselves to someone bigger. Yeah. I feel like that definitely got to me a lot when I first started streaming, and I think it was because I really didn't understand what it meant to me, like what streaming meant to me and what I wanted to accomplish with streaming. Like nowadays it's because I just want to find like-minded people who I can share, you know, a conversation with. And whether that's with, you know, 10 people, 50 people, 100 people, like if you want to be here, if you want to listen to me yap, if you want to contribute to the conversation, you know, like you're meant to be here. If not, then, you know, I probably didn't want your company to begin with. Like, why would I want someone to be here if they weren't enjoying their time, you know? It's not a loss to me and it's not a loss to you. But I think it definitely takes a lot of self-reflection to get to that point, and understanding kind of what this means to you. And like I feel like some people, even after years and years of streaming, and maybe self-reflection, like they don't have that figured out. I need to do just a little bit more. I have this line that I need to stitch, so we just have just a little bit more and then we can get to ironing. Oh my god, I can iron for you guys on stream. I don't even know if the ironing board will fit, but we will figure this out. It's because you didn't eat your goikgung growing up. Why would she be tall if she didn't eat her goikgung? Sadly, yes, men do get insecure. It's more funny than anything. I see. I would gladly trade my height to princess. I dislike hitting my head on everything or sitting scrunched in a low ceiling car or area. Oh man, you should never. My friends who were tall had such a hard time getting around Japan. They did not appreciate how, you know, they were hitting their head on literally everything. Message received? No, Duo, come back. We love you. I'm half. My dad's half of the family is Icelandic British, and they're all very tall. Like, my dad is 6'3", my grandma was 6'4", my mom, though, is 5'3". I think she kind of balanced it out, I see. Oh, your mama's so cute. How much do people say they want to climb you? Not Ash, you didn't eat your goikgung? Oh, I like goikgung, though. What are you talking about? I love goikgung. Like, that's one thing that I would eat if I wasn't eating anything. I love dipping it in stuff. The peanut sauce? Bomb. The fact that this has happened more than once, what, someone asking to climb you? That's hilarious. When your game redeem list is free again, I'll redeem a gacha game twice so you can play it for an hour. You can go on my account and pull gacha for me? Wait, really? I want to pull your gacha. Asking to climb you? Rude. Oh shit, is this Final Fantasy? Or, okay, it's Final Fantasy 7. I was like, is this Kingdom Hearts? For a second, I was like, I need to change it because I'm gonna get bonked so fast. Goikgung is literally the best. Bro, I'm so small. Wait, Shama, how small are you? How big are you? How tall are you? My dog. Yeah, what's up, bud? What do you want? Okay, I think he needs his... I think the food dispensed for him, but he hasn't been given the go-ahead to eat, so I think he's been looking at it. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go tell him it's okay to eat his food, We will be right back. Go get some water. Take this chance to get some water, walk around, stretch. We're gonna finish this little bit here, and then we're gonna start ironing stuff. So we're gonna BRB. I'm gonna give my dog his dinner. I will see you guys in just a little bit. Hello, Luna Black. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Most will just declare that they will climb. Hi. 5'1", very small. Cute. That's adorable. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna be right back. Like 3 minutes maximum. Okay. Start the clock! Oh my god, Ash. Stressed me out. Made me rush. I'm an Amazon. I'm 5'8.5". Oh my gosh. That sounds so tall. I would love to be taller. I hate being so short. Honestly. Did I make it? I feel like I made it. Tall women! And they have all my love. Tall people club. I wish I was tall. I want to be a part of this super exclusive club. I'm neither tall nor short. I'm literally average, 5'4". A lot of people are just stunned. I've intimidated some people for how I'm built. 244, you did return in under 3 minutes. Incredible, amazing. I'm so happy. Did you really time it? You're so funny. The tallest girl I ever came across was a former coworker of mine, which was over a decade ago. I met some pretty tall girls while I was working, not girls, women, while I was working in Japan. They were some of the like ALTs that I don't know that I would call them coworkers because we were all like jet ALTs, but we worked in different schools, you know? So thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm glad that you're enjoying the vibes here. We are almost done with the other corset side. And after we finish, I will be ironing the seams. So we'll get to do that. I just say I'm a pocket-sized lesbian because of my height. That's incredible. I don't like being tall because I can't wear heels. Girl, you can wear heels. Wear heels. Be tall. Be massively tall. Average People's Club. DQ, hello, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the resubscribe. Hope you've been well. That's adorable. I love that. Yeah. How are you, DQ? Happy Tuesday. Hope you've been having a good evening. I know it's pretty late for you, but thank you for coming in and hanging out with us, even for a little bit. So real, the only heels I wear are slightly lifted boots and nothing else. I feel like you should wear heels if you want to. You should be able to wear heels without fear of being looked at strangely or having people judge you. Just because you're tall and you wear heels, be tall and wear heels. Be like Zendaya. Tom Holland doesn't care if his girlfriend wears heels or not. You should be with a man that will support you, regardless of his height and your height. I honestly need to make a t-shirt with it on it. I want to wear platforms one day, just gonna put some money aside for it. Was that about wearing boots and nothing else? It's not what I said. You're taking me out of context. I should be 7 feet tall? Hell yeah, be 7 feet tall. Do it. Tall women are hot. Deckhand, welcome in. How are you? Good evening. Welcome, welcome. Tom Holland is also Spider-Man. I'm sure his self-esteem is okay. Yeah, so men should walk around. Kind men, beautiful men should walk around. Why did the music pause? Like they're Spider-Man. Get me pictures of Spider-Man! Who's that guy that says that? I don't actually know. If my partner does the mommy sorry, I'ma laugh so hard. Cowabunga Princess, time is awesome. How are you? Time, welcome in. I'm doing good. We are doing some crafting today, and any chance that I get to craft is a good day, in my opinion. We're having a good time. If I was Spider-Man, I would have confidence through the roof. I see, I see. So, maybe if you just pretended you were Spider-Man, you know? My friend literally did this as a joke. To his partner? Or her partner? To their partner? To me? Oh, I see. I see, I see. If I was gonna do the mommy sorry thing to anyone, it would be to Lynn. Do you guys know who Lynn is? It's Lynn. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, like, human being. And, like, not only is she so beautiful, but she's so kind and so sweet. The only person I would be comfortable doing that to. Because I know she would receive it very, very well, and she'd make fun of me, and we'd have a good time laughing about it. I know, Lynn! I know! She's so sweet! I love her so much. That's right, it's Lynn. Do I have a mod? Can a moderator shout out Lynn? Because my hands are kind of busy. Is Chrono here? Chrono! From the ether! I also consider myself alternative goth, and there's amazing stuff out there. Give shoutouts to people, and we can! That's true, but... maybe I should give you guys the ability. Honestly, I feel like you guys would not abuse it. If I gave my community the ability to shout out, I don't think you guys would abuse it. I think at the beginning, I put really strict permissions on everything. And then I just never changed it. Maybe it's time to revisit that. Because I feel like I want people to be able to shout out the friends that come in. To be fair, my friend did it to me, and I immediately fired back with a good girl, and then she went 30 shades of red in 10 seconds. Wow. You think so quickly on your feet, Ash. Get boot! Yeah, get the boots. Alright, we are so close. Honestly, I feel like pressing is one of my favorite parts of sewing. Being able to see like smooth seam lines from the front is like one of my favorite bits. I mod in a couple of channels. Sometimes I forget whenever a streamer says, "Can we please get a shout out," that I'm not a mod. I feel like there are plenty of people here that I could ask to moderate, but I would feel very guilty because I don't pay. I don't pay any of my moderators. I don't have the money to pay them. And second of all, if I mod people, I feel like they would take this responsibility like very seriously, and that they'd have to come to watch to moderate. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I want this to be like, if you're here and you can moderate for me, but I would feel very awkward asking people. It's how I am whenever I see bot spam in a channel I don't moderate. I don't think I've ever vibed this fast in a chat before. Yeah, Ash is great. Ash is super incredible. But yeah, we're really chill here, so welcome in. I'm really glad that you are enjoying your time here. It still makes my hand jump to my mouse. I'd mod. I promise I will not break anything. I will only replace every redeem with plain Jump King. That's incredible. I love that. Okay, so we are done. Where did my felt notebook go? Okay. Just put my needles in. Chill vibes all the way. We love chill vibes. Okay. So, let me show you guys the difference between a press. So this is unpressed, right? I just sewed this together. This is unpressed. And this is the difference between a pressed garment. So all of the seams are very nice and flat and very clean, while this has like lots of bubbles. So we're going to press this. Oops, hold on. And I try to be very methodical about this. I think I need more steam or water, honestly, because I think the steam is going to be pretty important, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so the first thing I like to do when I press items is I like to like finger press it first, just to kind of get it started. And so I can see how the seam lays and like where it can be flat, right? So that when I iron it, it's nice and smooth. And the other thing, I don't know if you guys know all about sewing and stuff, but there's also this thing called a clapper, and it's there to like cool the seam down and like have it be very, I don't know, like flat. Just give shout outs to the people, give us powers. Thank you for the hydrate, Luna. Honestly, I should give my iron some water. Can I pour it in? Maybe not. Do I have anything? I don't think I have anything to pour water in. We'll see. I'll see how this seam goes, and if it doesn't go well, then I'll go get some water for the iron. Hydrate the iron! Clap on, clap off. The clapper. Yeah, the iron definitely needs... I feel like steam, when you iron stuff, steam is definitely the way to go. It gets things neatly pressed so quickly. Yeah, it's not staying. I think I need to get some water. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put this down and let it cool down like this. You guys watch that. I will literally be back so quickly. BRB! Okay, I'm back. The iron gods demand hydration. This is as fun as watching paint dry, but I like watching paint dry. Alright, well, as long as you like it, I guess, and it's not annoying to you, then maybe it's okay. I'm just filling the iron up with some water. Some agua, some H2O. Okay. What if you fill it with vodka? I don't know. I feel like I would get drunk very fast from the fumes. And maybe we don't want that. Quick, when she's not here, don't steal stuff. Don't steal stuff from me. Okay, let's try that again. The iron also does get quite heavy when there is steam, so I feel like it's much nicer. Okay. Out of context, that sounds so bad. Lurking for a bit, gotta knock out the kids. Oh, I see. Have a fun time. So now you guys can see. Okay, now look at the difference between a pressed seam and an unpressed seam, right? It's like totally bubbling, but this one is so nice and neat. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna press all of the seams towards the bust. This is the back panel, and this is the bust panel. So we're gonna press all the seams towards the bust for right now. And I'm gonna show you why we're doing that once I finish this entire piece. Shots, 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 shots. No, we do want that for me to get drunk off the fumes. Oh my goodness. It's up to you guys to decide. That's my trauma song. Me pulls out the absolute vodka. It's all about the Kirkland signature. The Kirkland signature vodka, which is basically Grey Goose, you know? That's the good stuff. I do have to be careful because if I put my finger too close, the steam will shoot out from the sides of the iron and it will burn me. Don't ask me how I know that. Oops. Yeah, don't ask me how I know that because It was not a great day. Hello, Cap. Welcome in. How are you? Hello, hello. Thank you for the head pat. Doing well. 14 died though, so I'm vibing. 14 died? I was gonna play 14 later tonight. Oh my gosh, I don't want 14 to die. What happened? Was there a DDoS? We're just ironing my corset because I finished sewing all of the panels. So I am trying to slowly get my AX outfit together, you know? It should be back by tonight, but they're having server issues. Is it a DDoS? Did some salty people get salty about Final Fantasy XIV players again? Slowly backs away and sips my water. Are you sure that's water? Are we all sure that that's water? Okay, so this is ironed. I mean, I guess if 14 is down, I could play Monster Hunter with my friends, but I would like to play some 14. This expansion, you guys, is going to be my expansion. All characters max level, or not characters, all jobs max level. Okay, and I'm finally gonna get, like, the mount that you get for getting all characters or jobs to max level. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be amazing. But how are you, Cap? I hope you're having a good evening. Water's where it's at. They have a lot of those. Monster Hunter, you say? Creed, hello, welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good evening. How are you doing tonight? Okay. Just very carefully figuring out where the waistline for this is. So then I can press up to the waist. And get this nice and flat. Having a pretty great evening. That's awesome. Yes, because alcohol I don't touch very much makes medical issues spike if not careful. I see. Princess plays Monster Hunter because her favorite kind of gameplay is combat. It's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, definitely, absolutely. My favorite kind of gameplay for games is highly stressful, very precise inputs and precise timings. That's what I live for. Those are the kind of games that I love. I mean, Monster Hunter is fun, don't get me wrong, but also I think I cry. Day off tomorrow, so I'm just trying to unwind, but I'll be spending most of the day cleaning. Gotcha. Well, we're having a chill time tonight, Creed. It's chill over here. We're just crafting, so if you want to chill, you're totally welcome to. We're just vibing here. Okay, and then I promise when we finish this ironing, I'll show you guys why I'm ironing all of it to one side. It'll make a lot more sense once I show you guys what I'm trying to do here. don't do that, because I'm gonna burn myself. Totally. This is why I should only press one seam at a time. Don't get impatient. The best April Fools you could do is playing a competitive shooter and acting like you've always secretly been #1 at it. That would require way too much training to prepare for just a little jape, a little trickery. I don't think that I'd be able to pull it off that well either, because I'm very bad at not only competitive games, but first-person perspective games, which, you know, shooter games generally are first-person perspective. Very few alcoholic drinks I enjoy. I just don't like the taste effects. Price? Oh my god. I mean, I like drinking alcohol. Not like a lot, right? Like, I enjoy a mint mojito in the summer. But yeah, the price of alcohol is definitely one of the main factors of why I don't drink it. Don't train, just go on Raw and pretend you're amazing, but this is just an off day. Ah, I see what you mean. I see. So I wouldn't need to prepare for it very much. Just have to be good at being like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just off today. I'm not on my A game. Okay, right there is where the waistline is. So, if I iron all 3 of these. Perfect. We're almost done ironing, and then I can flip it over and show you guys what the other side looks like. And then you guys will see the amazing thing that ironing does. Pressing a garment. What does that do, you know? To the actual piece. Does anyone else here sew? Is anyone else like crafty and like cosplay-ish or do any sewing? I do enjoy a drink, especially when I do go out with friends though. Since I have been going to the gym and stuff, I haven't really touched any alcoholic drinks, mostly energy drinks. I see. All right, you guys ready? Ta-da! This is what it looks like pressed. Oh, so clean. I love it. Okay. I do want to press it from this side, so that it's nice and even. Because some of the middle seams where the waist is, I have a really hard time getting that nice and flat. So I do just want to make sure that I can press it. And I'm just going to press it on the little tailor's ham that I made. By the way, you guys, I made this for sewing so that I could get like nice rounded edge to like iron stuff on. It does help with some of these more like structured pieces that require like much more finesse on the ironing board. I really want a forgot what it's called. It's basically one of those wooden pieces that you can use to put fabric on to iron it. And it's really good for like collars. It's really good for cuffs, like smaller items that you would need to iron. Yeah. I used to sew cosplay outfits. I'd work in LEDs and electronics too for extra fancy cosplays. Dang, girl, what can't you do? You're like so talented. What the heck? You make video games, You make cosplays that light up. Incredible. I played first-person shooters before Half-Life, but Half-Life was what got me to really start doing proper WASD stuff. I see. I do too many things, but it's fun, so I keep doing them. You know, that's how I feel. I feel like I do maybe too many hobbies, but I like all the hobbies that I do. So, maybe I'm not willing to give up all my hobbies, even though I barely have any time for them. Okay. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna pause real fast so I can unplug this iron and move this ironing board so it's not so dangerous. And then I can show you guys what's going on here. Ow. Okay. Embrace the inability to focus. I mean, it's a superpower being able to do so many things. Okay, so this is the front. This is like the boobie area. It'll look better when it's like actually, you know, put together with bonings. And then this is the back. Okay, so this is why I did the seams, ironed the seams the way that I did it. Okay. Okay. So this piece is supposed to be on the inside and this is the outside, right? If I sandwich these together, this is the reason. So see how I ironed this one to this side towards the bust, and I ironed this towards the back. So when I line these up, it makes a nice seam. And this is gonna be nice and strong. I don't know if you guys can see all the layers, but it's gonna be nice and strong for all the boning channels that I put in. Because if you were to separate the seams like this, then when the fabric is pulling, it's gonna be pulling the seam open, right? But if you iron it to the side, it's not pulling it open. So that's why I'm gonna have it like this, and all of them are going to make, you know, 1/2 of the seam. It's gonna be nice and lined up, and yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can actually, like, you know, see it taking shape now. And, like, when you can see your project coming together is when it starts to become real, you know? It's like, wow. This is something that I'm making. Look at how much, like, shape there is to this hip already. Like, this is the back, and this is the hip piece that has a lot of shape. And then this top part is the boobage area. But yeah, so I think it's almost 9, so probably this is where we're gonna call it. I do need to find my waist tape, because there's gonna be a piece of waist tape that goes on the waist section. so that further helps to not stretch the corset out like this when it's like being pulled around, because then the stress will be on the waist tape, and it won't stretch as much, you know, because the waist tape is what's stretching. So yeah, that is one side, and this is the other side of the corset. And it also has, hopefully, hold on, let's line this up. Hopefully this also has a nice like hip spring to it, sort of. I can get it to spring. A nice hip spring and some boobage area. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Hello, Bacon! Welcome in. Hello, hello. We are actually wrapping up, but as you can see, this is one side of the corset. This is the other side. And I am very excited because it's slowly coming together. Very cute. I'm very excited. Very pretty so far. Thank you guys so much for like coming along on this journey with me. Definitely a new experience crafting something that I've never really crafted before. So, ooh, I want to show you guys the busk that I got. Hold on. Just so you guys can see like what I plan to do. Okay, so when this gets sewn, the two pieces are going to fold in like this. So this side is going to fold like this, and this side is going to fold like this. And this busk is going to poke through the fabric. Like so. So you can only see the gold piece, the gold part, right? So that'll poke through, and then this side has like the teeth so that you can like hook it. So it's meant to be hooked like this, and then it, you know, helps keep the corset together. And I think what I'm gonna do for the eyelets in the back, we're gonna go with the gold eyelets. Because looking at the finish, I think this looks much prettier on the pink than this does. I don't know, maybe just my opinion, but I think the gold looks much prettier on the pink corset fabric than the silver does. We used the silver for the neck piece, but I think for this we'll use the gold. And it also matches the gold for the busk. So yeah, that is the plan. Now I have to figure out if the bust goes like this, or like, is it my right hand that goes like this? Or is it my left hand that goes like this? I think it feels more natural to do it like this. I don't know, I gotta look at the pattern again. I think it's right side for the bigger piece, and then left side for this, but I gotta double check. And then once this is in, I can't really I can't really do it over because I'll have to poke holes for the other side, but okay, we'll see. Cool, awesome, exciting. We are getting there. I feel like we're about 50% done with the corset. What I have to do is I still have to do all of these boning channels. So not only am I going to be doing boning channels on the panels here, but in between each seam, because it's not drawn, but in between each seam, I'm going to do a boning channel as well. And there's quite a lot of seams that I can fit a boning channel in. as well as the back has, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like diagonal boning channels down the corset. So, all right. I think that's it for now. I think we're good. So I'm going to move stuff so I don't knock and grab my microphone. Sorry if it's noisy. Sorry if you can hear me handling my microphone. Let's go find some friends to raid into. Man, I really do feel like some kind of podcaster with my microphone in my hand like this, just like holding the microphone up to my mouth. Okay, who is streaming today? Now it's time for ASMR. Wait, does it sound different? Does it sound like ASMR audio? Sorry guys. How does it sound? Am I an ASMR streamer now? A little? Oh, I see. Not my intentions. You're right in my ears. I see. Okay. Well. Welcome to Princess Rosca After Dark. Let me... Why did I blush? You got closer. Let me find a friend to raid out to. Plot twist, it was her intention all along. I feel like because I don't have a pop filter in front of this microphone, my plosives might be more violent. So I am trying to speak a little bit more intentionally and not like smack my lips around. You can't just tease After Dark, Princess, and then leave. Sorry, I gotta go. It's almost 9 and I gotta do stuff. Hello, Chrono. Welcome in. Exactly. Ash has a good point. I mean, I make ASMR videos. You can listen to my ASMR videos if you want. ASMR Princess. Maybe not After Dark Princess, you know, but definitely ASMR Princess. But I just got here. Sorry. We're heading out because it's 9 p.m. and I got 14 roulettes to do for my weekly caps and leveling. Who can we raid into? I've kind of been going up and down. Oh, we can pass you on to Tiffy. Have fun with 14. Did you figure out this mic situation for crafting? I did. I feel like I sounded better today. Those in chat, would you say that I sounded a little bit better today for crafting? All right, this is the streamer we're going to be raiding into. She is doing a co-working and studying stream. So it's going to be, I don't know, like chill, calm vibes. Hopefully you guys have a fun time over there. But now we're interested in After Dark. Time to riot for 5 seconds. I'm new here, so I can't tell you. It's okay. You're welcome back anytime, Luna. Thank you so much for hanging out after you came in. I'm glad you enjoyed the vibes here. Definitely you are welcome back anytime. We have fun here. After Dark stream at 2K followers. I want to be real, you guys. I've never been. You know how conventions have After Dark panels? I've never been to one. So I don't actually know what happens. I know it's like a hee hee ha ha, like, oh, adult humor. You know, After Dark means like it's kind of adult and kind of like sexy and stuff. But I don't actually know what After Dark means. I'm sorry. Did I use it weird? Oh, that's not what I thought After Dark meant. That's not what I thought. I should stop using words that I don't actually know the meaning to. That's not what I thought that was. Adult TV shows that pop on past 10 p.m. is not what I... You can tell I've been drunk and do some Jump King ASMR. I'm not allowed to play Jump King, Ash. All right, you guys. If you are a subscriber, you can copy either raid message. Both will work. If you are not a subscriber, you will need to copy the second one with the dog heads because those are the only ones that will work. By all means, keep using those words. I've only been to one convention, but I was 17, and now I'm almost 25. Specifically, the old Cinemax block, Max After Dark. I see. Our sweet innocent princess is pretending to not know and maintain her... I actually did not know that one specifically. What if I specifically request Jump King via donation? I don't think that would work. Maybe if you redeem Jump King as a game? But yeah. I deny it, says Chrono. Anyways, you guys, copy the raid message. We are going to go to Tiffy. If you guys want, I've pinned her link so that you guys can load her up a little bit early in case she has ads. But as always, please be happy, please be healthy, but most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourselves. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Get up and stretch your legs every once in a while because if you don't, you might get an embolism and then you might die. And then we'd all be really, really sad. I'd be sad. Chat would be sad. Your friends and family would be so sad. So maybe don't get an embolism. I will see you guys on Thursday. We are playing Ghost Trick for the very first time. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you for all of the follows. If you were chatting, I really appreciated your company. We had such a fun time. This was very reminiscent of Jump King streams where all we did was yap all day. I miss this. I miss these vibes, you know, because I can't play Jump King. But thank you for hanging out, whether you were chatting or lurking. I appreciate it. All right, you guys have a good night. I love you. I will see you all later. Say hi to Tiffy for me. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. Bye, bye. What? Atra! What the heck? Atra! Thank you for gifting. Everyone, go subscribe to my friend Atra. He's lovely. He is incredible, amazing script writer, adult content creator. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.